Hello, YouTube land. Jake your Fluxus Amateur Rubber Time. Welcome back to Danganronpa. In the last episode, we got attacked by I suppose, the mastermind, I guess, who is Mukuro Ikusaba or something. But then we found the mastermind, or we assume it's the mastermind, because they had a mask over their face, that they died, and they're right here. When Toko took off the mask, it exploded, and everything's just a bunch of hunky-dory, basically. So what we're doing right now is we're investigating and see if this is truly the mastermind, or, well, I don't think Byakuya suggested it, but I think it was Hiro. Like, he said, it's Kyoko, and Kyoko's nowhere to be found, so let's just jump right into this and see what happens next into this, yikes, this freaking game, and see, like, as always, I just don't know. So, you know what to do, guys. You know to leave them likes for Danganronpa, Hina, Toko, just everybody, the surviving group. So, let's just jump right into this. Let's first look at the knife, I guess. Right now, I have to focus on the body. Okay, body first. I should take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, we got hands. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Okay. There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? But what did you steal? I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was a shape like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is... What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So you don't even know then. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh? That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. Okay, let's check. So where does he want me to go again? First things first, I'm going to check if I could check my map real good. We're gonna head to the biolab, I suppose, and see if we can unlock that. God, why has it gotta be so far away? Just imagine trying to go to actually like an actual school like this, and then you have to switch classes and you gotta go all the way up to the 5th floor in like 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Just imagine. You can't even stop for a bathroom break. The biolab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key, I found the garden into the keyhole. The key is getting close to fitting, which means this key doesn't go to this room. Okay. Then let's head down to the 4th floor, see what we can find. Where's the way to go? Down there. Yoink. Okay. Gotta say, 5th floor looks a lot calmer than every other floor, actually. This is the office. I'm looking for the data center, which is right here. I think I just passed it. No? No, it's on the other side. Got it. There it is. Data center. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I found in the garden into the keyhole. Oh, it worked. It fits. Then this is the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. Cool. So, you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now? Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What? It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Alright. Wish me luck, guys. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Hello? Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, ooh, cyber. Whoa. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is... The Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room? I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Yeesh. Then I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they have the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusawa, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill himself. The Mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that... But if the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry and find the exit. Come on. No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whatever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? Naturally. The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered. Why has it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind. Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let's begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Okie dokie. So what can we find here? Ooh, we can find a lot of things. First off, I want to check out this door. This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? Nothing. No luck. The door's locked, huh? When you used the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Pooey. Nope, no good. Won't even fit the keyhole. Oh. Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Okay. Is that a TV that I'm looking at right now? What's that? There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna? It is! It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up the antenna, we can watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV? Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, you're all star for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be in quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Don't know. Let's check it again then. Okay. Hey, you still don't have the TV fix? Just give me some time, okay? I gotta make sure we can drive Spaceship Earth safely. I think I know what you're trying to say, but I also think I have no idea. Alright, so he's working the TV, so let's check something else. How about this? There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. Okay, how about this one? There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this... Huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? Uh-huh. Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets from the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it? Ooh. It's us. Huh? It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it? What the heck? Huh? That's weird. Come on. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird. But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed? Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give it a try. Hiro went through each channel one by one. Nothing, huh? But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center. What the heck? What the heck? Is it broken or something? Could it be? No, there's some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. Hi? I thought you were dismantled. A trick? What kind of trick? Actually, I'm not sure, but... Huh? Hmm? Huh? What? Huh? Oh, that's amazing. Better while, you friggin' bastards! Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid. Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different. Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see the bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, the life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If It's the worst. Does that mean you're in despair? That laugh is amazing. Well, now. I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? Hey, you guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here. I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us a surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in from the antenna. Huh? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal? But it's just us standing here. Ugh, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airways somehow? This camera feed's being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. This kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airways is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? Of course! I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had just begun to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment. You're lying! If this was on TV, the police and everyone would go going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us. What if they already did? Huh? But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try to warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever. This can't be. But to control the communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. That's something you all need to do first, remember? What? Yeah, duh. There's a little business of... Oh, jeez.
A body has been after a certain amount.
The class trial, Huh? The class trial? Do you mean... The Monokuma file! I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay? Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I bet. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And... Oh, I just skipped something. I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition, and if Monokuma's still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, the body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer. Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Huh? But you just said... I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So, I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Investigate. Great. Well, ooh, the music got catchier. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Okay, now we're investigating. Lots and lots. Who killed this person? Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Okay, well first off, I guess I could... Yeah, we can check stuff here. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place before, I suppose? Alright, sprinklers. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. There was 5. There was 5 chickens. Where's the other one? Huh? 4? What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Oh! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. Conspiracy! Conspiracy! It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Maybe, if we're lucky. Alright. What's this? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. I think I might know what he's talking about. Okay. Knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused that fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? How you doing? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding! This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. How you doing? I don't know why it's so funny to me. It's just like standing there. How you doing? Sorry. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... It just like, even if I don't say it, it just plays in my mind. When they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko was the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Yeah, if that was the case, then she wouldn't be standing in your room, right? I don't know. I do not know. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Okay. Well, I don't remember Kyoko having red nails. That's kind of an obvious thing. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem to like to get in the way of normal activity. Yeah, I don't remember Kyoko having fake nails. She has gloves on, don't she? There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Alright. Tattoo on the right hand. Anything else? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's something strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Alright, exploded body analysis. Okay, is that it? No, there's still one more. What's this? The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's something strange about that, right? Alright. Oh, there's still more? 1, 2... What is this? I think I checked that already. Yeah. Ugh. God, this is gonna be one crazy case. If we don't even know who this person is. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. I guess that's it. Yep, step away from the dead body. We gotta check the tool shed. That's what it is. There. Take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, it's a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that, but it could be related to the case. Alright, let's take a look. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Alright, tarp. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Alright, let's get out of here then. So now, if I remember, because he was talking about bomb stuff, I don't think I've seen everything there is to see. Not yet? Then we gotta talk to people. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. Alright. What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden in the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account. Okay. Is that it? Nope, there's still more. Hina, you got something to say? Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing like some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I don't see any kind of ground on it, around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks! That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better, too. So, thank you, too. Okay, body before the explosion. Alright. Truth bullets. So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Alright. Euro? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual and headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get to the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we left the gym. It was just before 9 o'clock, so probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When the body was found. Alright. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. How you doing? Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if you'll let me borrow her room key. Yay, buddy boy. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Alright. Then we gotta head to... Dang, that's all the way back in the gym, right? To the map. Who do you ask for help when you don't know which way to go? You ask the map, always. That's someone a certain little girl taught me back when I was young. There you are. Monokuma was actually bigger than I expected. That's a big hunk of metal. Monokuma was laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden is part of the bomb. Okay. Okay, I checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Alright. Thank God we can teleport. Garden! So hopefully he should be there and be willing to take me up on my offer. You think you could go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Alright. That's not the way. I always get mixed up in this place. Only on the lower floors, though. Alright. Here you go. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid into the keyhole. And then, click. And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. Thank you, friend. He could be nice when he wants to be. Alright. So, this is Kyoko's room. So, let's show you. Ooh, what's this? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Alright, woodblock key. Alright, let's talk to Byakuya then.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something much more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Well, let's check. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Look, Mukuro Ikusaba. Class number 78 student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and that's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Oh! Ultimate soldier, not ultimate despair? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. Ugh. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Uh-huh. So she's the ultimate soldier then. That's pretty cool. Her and Sakura will be buddies. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. It's like on the one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how I saw things as an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard that this Fenrir is already... Oh, hi.
Whoa, I feel like our hero's becoming a big player, and a big player is becoming our hero.
Oh, it's you.
Hmm? What you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
And are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication of organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, had to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you about how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that. When you all first got here together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying?
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Kusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Igusaba, she's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes,
Make sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at the sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars so she wouldn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Monokuma's account. Really? Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... that tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... that's not Kyoko. Those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Dang. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we'd have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro's given us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Alright, so we're heading to the dojo? Yep. This investigation is going pretty smoothly. So, yeah, right here. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the lockers farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... click! The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Whoa. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they are quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Alright, titanium arrows. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this is used for. Is that a bloodstain? If it is, it means it surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Okay. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or, perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Alright, to the archive. Lots of stuff. Yeah, low. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned the file in hand. Alright, so you're gonna show me, friend? Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How do you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I made it to high school without learning French. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt in 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. Yikes. That's a lot of stuff. What is it? This is all just sounds some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't as much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes us all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. I'll let you mention it. The report says something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. So someone could have it on their butt cheek? What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? Oh, I just got her profile. Okay. They could get a tattoo on their bum. Is it that points to, a guy points to his left cheek?
Utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Okay.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Alright. Totally not confident every time when I enter this freaking door. Hello. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure out by that point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go out together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But who's coming up? We stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. I guess you're waiting for Monokuma? Yeah. What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Oh. Or what? Jesus! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? Then if he agrees to violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. I'm guessing it's Kyoko. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, so no rule's been broken. Kyoko. Yeah, Kyoko's alive then. If I was like, it has to be Kyoko, then it was like, she's alive. Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But it's okay that there's no particular penalty for being late. I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty, officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we gotta deal with a ghost! I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long?
But
I'd be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Okay? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what that key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other
I used
words,
Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account. Okay.
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto,
We can go over all the details when we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this will probably be the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Alright, in the elevator. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. Ugh. We have so much information, we don't even know. And the doors slid shut. Just us six again. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Whoa! Neon!
I can't wait.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show.
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Oh my god. No, I just don't want to. Alright. I guess we can get through it a little bit and then... we might not have enough time to finish this whole thing. So... vocabulary. Increases... oh yeah, increases bullet capacity. Well, I got enough for that. And this! I can put on all my skills. Go me. Go me. Alright, finish preparation. Alright. Oof bagoof.
Let's begin with
Yeah, we already know this part.
aisle punch. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is. It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
She's right there.
They're standing right there.
Right?
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god, hero.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait that Kyoko has to prove the body doesn't belong to her. Her gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think
wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here for the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to. Come on, hero. He's stopping this whole trial. Oh my god.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost. Okay, then prove it. Prove she's just a ghost.
She don't have fake nails, that I can tell.
Your body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Dude, the fake nails.
No, wrong.
No, that's wrong. Hero, focus.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
And those are long, so you can't even wear gloves.
Trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. And besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Right?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Everyone dedicate women.
It's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here. Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out. That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we had to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Hero let us in for a loop. That's amazing.
Kyoko
That-
really is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the monochrome. Oh, if we can't identify the body.
Yes, we can.
No, it's wrong.
Tattoo on the right hand.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? The body will die a cruel and unusual death.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
This dude.
You're being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously? Really did something that humiliating? No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Tattoo on the butt cheek.
Really?
If you compare the tattoo to the other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Which is this.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusawa belonged to.
Okay, so to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
The image that represents Fenrir is... It's a wolf, right? They said the wolf of Ragnarok. So... Yeah, wolf. Okay. W. Give me an F. Boom. Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Now I understand.
Boom jams. But unfortunately,
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
a wolf indeed. But unfortunately, like I said, we ran out of time for more. Like I said, we wouldn't be able to finish the case like this. But we can finish it off in another episode if we're lucky. So that's going to be it from this episode of Danganronpa, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Also, comment and subscribe to get new feed on videos and become a member of the Cuckoo Crew today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter so you can recommend the video games want me to play or chat, your preference. Also, to subscribe, be sure to tap that bell to get notifications on videos so you'll never miss one from me ever again. But that's going to be it from Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the next episode, I guess we'll just continue this case and prove that, or no, we already did, but Mukuro Ikusaba is the dead person, right? But anyway, have a nice day, have a nice night. Amateur is out.